Hi, Ashton. My name is Bailey, and I'll be reviewing your pictures today for peer review. So, I've already looked through them all, and I can tell you have a understanding of the basic requirements for this assignment. I can see that you have shown a variety of different textures and definition and some different techniques that we've learned. So overall, I think it's interesting the different locations that you've chosen to take photos of. This first one, I'm assuming is like a restaurant or something, but I'm not really sure where, so that's kind of interesting. And then this one, really, don't, I have no idea what it is, which is kind of cool because it leaves me wanting to know more about it. And then the kids playing with toys and stuff is kind of cool because obviously you're a college student and I don't know where you would have access to something like that. And then I know we're not supposed to take pictures of like our pets or anything, but I really think these few last ones that you have here where the cat's outside is really interesting because normally you don't let your house cat go outside, and I think you did a really good job of capturing the definition of the cat and like kind of blurring the background and everything. I thought was really cool. So overall, I think you followed basic directions. I think anything for the future, you could have maybe more quantity of images, like a little more subject matter. I would have liked to have seen more from this area, whatever this was, because I think it's interesting and you only have one picture of it. So just things like that, like broadening your subject matter and stuff like that. As far as elements of photography, I think you did a really good job of capturing texture, especially with this cat. You can really see how furry it is, and it almost has like um, a shine on it, kind of. Like the cat is very illuminated compared to the rest of the background, which is really interesting, and I think the cat's eyes are very captivating in this kind of picture. And then texture wise, also the this, I guess this is tree bark. I don't really know, or leaves. The texture is really cool, even though the image is a little bit blurred. I think it still is a good representation of texture. And then same thing with these. You can really see the sheen on the blocks, and kind of makes me think about when I used to have Legos like that. Um, and then some more elements. The subject isolation of the cat was really good on the windowsill. I do like how you went from outdoors to, or indoors to outdoors with the cat. I think that was interesting to change the subject matter. And then also the movement in these, you can see the kids playing and running in front of the camera. So that intrigues me, and I want to know more about where you were when you took this picture and if you actually put together this strain or if the kids did. Um, the strongest images that I can tell from this portfolio, I think definitely this one, just because the cat's not looking directly at you, and I think it makes it a little more mysterious that he's looking into the distance and not looking at you. It doesn't look like you're like sitting there calling your cat and having them look at you. Um, and then I think the other one that really caught my eye was this one without the little boy in the background, just because I think the colors are very balanced, and the background with the little bit of blur that it has really draws me to the subject matter of this piece. And then the two weakest images, I think this one is interesting. However, the blur makes it a little difficult to tell what it is, and you only have one image of the subject matter. I think if you had more, it would be a little easier to understand what it was. And then I think also the melted chocolate. I think this one could have been cool if you would have taken it from maybe a different angle, because this is an angle that most people would see every day if you're sitting at a table, as opposed to if you would have taken an aerial view. I think that would have been really cool, like above the chocolate, and then you could see everything that's around the plate and not just on one side. As far as improvement, I think you did a very good job of having a broad subject matter, and I think just for the future, increasing the quantity of your photos just so you have a little bit more to go off of rather than just a few things. I think it would be really interesting if you delve more into wherever this picture was taken and just kind of like explain it a little more. I think would be really cool. But other than that, I think you did a great job.